Florida is now the third state in the country to surpass 1 million coronavirus cases. It is also one of 13 states without a mask mandate. Despite the staggering numbers, Governor Ron DeSantis says that he will not impose more restrictions. Among the new confirmed cases in Florida is the newly elected mayor of Miami-Dade County, Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. She tested positive after her husband, who was a doctor, was exposed to a patient with the virus and infected. Joining me now is the mayor of Miami-Dade County, Daniela Levine Cava. Madam Mayor, thank you so much for joining us. So you got it from your husband, who's a doctor, who was exposed to somebody who was infected. What does that teach you about what needs to happen in Florida?
Just like all the other healthcare workers on the front line, he is exposing himself like the nurses, like the doctors, like the police and firefighters. And of course, those of us who live with those on the front line, we are particularly vulnerable as well. So all the protections that we know we need to take them, not just for ourselves and our families, but for those who are taking those huge risks for us every single day.
You know, I think that that's one of the things that does get lost is this idea that you are wearing a mask, you're socially distancing, because the doctors who are in the hospital, for one, are really out there putting themselves in danger. And there are also a lot of doctors who aren't on the front lines, who are still treating patients that don't have all of that PPE, that aren't necessarily thinking that they're coming into contact with coronavirus positive people. So there's a whole world of medical staff out there that you could be putting at risk. Why put your dentist at risk? Why put your OBGYN at risk?
Yes, it's so very true. And at this point, we have close to 10% of our population that's tested positive in Miami-Dade County. So many are asymptomatic, minor symptoms, for example. Because it's COVID until proven otherwise, I got tested. But, I have basically cold symptoms. And so it's just critical that we treat people all around us as possibly contagious.
What can you do as mayor of Miami-Dade?
Well, we are gearing up to make sure that there is one message across the board. People must mask. They must distance, disinfect, wash their hands. It's on all of us. The economy is open, but we still have steps that we must take to be responsible. If you're in a closed air circulation area, try to be there for as little time as possible. Open air is best, and take all of those precautions. As well, if you've been exposed, if you have any symptoms, get tested. We have a great testing infrastructure. The testing is free. The waits are not terribly long, and it is really incumbent upon all of us to take those steps to tamp down this virus. Going into the holiday season especially, I want to point out, people want to be together. We have fatigue from this disease. Yes, the vaccine is in sight, but it's on us to continue to keep the positivity rate down and protect all of us.
With Governor DeSantis refusing to impose any restrictions, is messaging the only tool that you have?
We do have a curfew. We do also have a masking requirement. We can provide masks to people who don't have them, and we can impose a civil citation rather than a fine at this time and collect it later if need be. So we hope that with the positive messaging, uplifting what works, handing out masks to those who don't have them, that we'll be able to get a substantial increase in compliance. And honestly, our hospitals are reaching capacity. So that is another critical message we want to get out. We want those hospitals to be available to those who really need it, and it's on us to keep the count.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.